According to the dictionary, phobia means an extreme or irrational fear of or aversion to something. But for those who have a phobia, there is absolutely nothing irrational about it. Sometimes they live their entire life with the fear in them. Today at Simbly Chumma, we are going to talk about 10 common phobias that most people have. Before we get on with the list, there are two things. One, to thank Soumya Mehta, one of our subscribers who wanted us to work on this video. And two, a small reminder to those thousands of viewers who are watching our videos for the first time, please go press the subscribe button. Number 10, aerophobia, the fear of flying. Aerophobia is the fear of flying, which affects nearly 6.5% of the world's population. The phobia is usually associated with other fears, including agoraphobia, fear of being unable to escape, and claustrophobia, fear of small and restricted places. Naturally, the fear affects the person's professional and personal life, as air travel is nearly impossible for him or her. The mere thought of an upcoming flight can cause intense distress in the sufferer, including nausea, panic attacks, etc. Number 9, Misophobia, the fear of germs or dirt. A person who is constantly afraid of poor hygiene is a victim of misophobia. People suffering from misophobia believe that they have been contaminated and feel physical side effects such as panic attacks, shortness of breath, dizziness, trembling, sweating, accelerated heart rate, chest pain, and nausea. Number 8, claustrophobia, the fear of small spaces. Nearly 5 to 7% of the world's population is known to suffer from claustrophobia, the fear of small or restricted spaces. This phobia is mainly related to the fear of suffocation or the fear of restriction. The phobia has been highly studied by experts and scientists, though the sad fact remains that only 2% of its sufferers seek treatment. Claustrophobia is often confused with claustrophobia, which is the extreme fear of being trapped. Number 7, Tripuraphobia, the fear of injections. It is common to have a little discomfort while getting that shot, but trypanophobia fear injections or needles to the extent that they may completely avoid medical treatment. Symptoms of trypanophobia include feelings of dread or panic, rapid heartbeat, trembling, and extreme avoidance. Number 6, Astraphobia, fear of thunder and lightning. Astrophobiacs will often feel worried during thunderstorms. Symptoms include crying, sweating, panic attacks, wanting to use the restroom, and nausea. Astrophobiac people wish for a word of hope or anticipation when they go through a panic attack. Their case usually worsens when they are all alone. They will look for extra shelter, might hide underneath a bed where they feel that they are safe, or might cover their ears so that the sound of thunder is reduced. Number 5, Cynophobia, the fear of dogs. Persons suffering from cynophobia will do their best to avoid approaching or passing by a dog, to the extent that they may stay at home to avoid dogs, because they are convinced that there is a possibility of harm. Some of them might just fear a certain breed, so the fear factor related to cynophobia varies. Common symptoms include running away, freezing in terror, attempting to hide, or crying. This phobia is often associated with specific personal experiences, such as being bitten by a dog during childhood. Number 4, Agoraphobia, the fear of situations in which escape is difficult. In some cases, this relates to a fear of open spaces. This fear can take place anywhere, at home, in places of worship, crowded malls, etc. Agoraphobia arises from an internal anxiety condition that becomes so intense that the suffering individual fears going anywhere, especially to places where these feelings of panic originated. Once these panic attacks have started, they are followed by ongoing stress, even when other obvious symptoms diminish. Number 3, Acrophobia, the fear of heights. Many of us are terrified when exposed to heights, and also when there is little or no protection. But in extreme cases, a person may suffer from acrophobia, a very strong fear of heights. Acrophobiacs can suffer from panic attacks when they are placed at heights, and may get very restless if not relieved immediately. Women tend to suffer from fear of heights more than men. This fear can lead to anxiety attacks and avoidance of high places. Number 2, Videophobia, the fear of snakes. Different people suffering from Videophobia react differently because each person has his or her own way of thinking and perceiving images, movements, and sounds connected with snakes. Symptoms can be psychological, for instance, obsessive thinking about snakes or the dangers caused by them. This may cause fainting, loss of control, emotional anxiety, continuous fear, or the desire to run away. Number 1, Arachnophobia, the fear of spiders. People with arachnophobia feel uncomfortable at any place or any time if they feel the presence of a spider, see a realistic picture, or even just a sign of its web. Symptoms include crying, screaming, breathlessness, or excessive sweating. People suffering from this phobia are perpetually paranoid that every room they enter will have spiders. Arachnophobia usually affects women more than men. What do you think of this list? Did you like it? Give us your love in the comments section below. And if you didn't like the video, please write in your constructive criticism as well. And don't forget to share it with like-minded friends who would have missed watching this video.